Good evening, everyone, and happy holidays, and welcome to the team phone call. My name is Debbie Wetzler, and I'm a triple diamond. I live in Maryland, and David Silverman is on, but he's on a bus coming home with his daughter from New York, Flory, and he can't really show himself. um, anyway, so I want to get started with the team phone call. There's one very exciting announcement that I just did today earlier. I'm going to share my screen very quickly and show you guys, for those of you going to Envision, and I hope a lot of you are, the gates, and it still hasn't updated, okay. The gates have decided to put on a team dinner there, and it's going to be, and I just updated this, so what is that about? All right. The gates are going to put on a team dinner, and it's going to be right at the Salt Palace, right across from the General Assembly room. And so the General Assembly is going to end at 6:30, and you'll walk right across the lobby into the dinner room. The doors will be open at 6:30, and the dinner will start promptly at 7. Now, I'm announcing this because there's only room for 150 people. Tammy Gates's team is quite large. Because we're all part of it, and so is David Silverman, and so is Marion Struble, and so are the Bucks, and so is Ed Weens. So I would like you all to, if you're going to Envision, if you'd like to go to this dinner, to go ahead and register. Don't wait. The ticket sales are going to end on January 15th at midnight, because I have to get together the list, and I'm flying out on the 16th. But the dinner is Friday the 18th, January 18th. This thing drives me crazy. And I don't know why this is doing this. Okay. It's going to be January 18th, and again at 7 o'clock. So I'd like you to go. This was Debbie's Diamond Club. I think most of you are members of that. And I'm sure David can post it on his also. If you're not a member, I can add you if you request it. But it's about 3 down, and please go to the link and click on it and buy your tickets. The tickets are $32. There is no Eventbrite fee. Tammy Gates has decided to absorb that cost, which is about $2.23 a ticket. So if you times that times 150, she's putting in a lot of money just to host the dinner. So we want to thank her for that, and I hope to see you all there as part of a big team dinner. So that should be fun. We're going to start off tonight with a testimonial. We have lined up Susan Moore, if she's on. Susan, are you there?
Right here, Debbie.
Okay. Can you turn up your volume just a little bit?
I can do that.
Okay.
And one of my newest recruits and one of our newest associates, Connie Hager, is the one who had this experience. She and her son, and Connie has been able to come on tonight. She's on the phone, and Connie has actually had a couple of new ahas. So, Connie, can you unmute your phone? And there you go. And share with Debbie. Debbie Wetzler is one of our upline, and hopefully you'll meet her soon. But she's running the call tonight for her and David. So go for it, Connie.
Okay. Let me just say, first of all, my son was in a car accident on the 16th of October of this year with multiple head trauma and a foot burn. And Susan knows my husband from Harley Davidson, and she sent the Renew to my son to put on this burn. And the first thing I noticed was once he started putting that on his burn, within a few weeks, I noticed the edges started healing faster because he was afraid to put it on it was probably about a tennis ball size burn because his car, he hit a tree going about 70 miles an hour because he had a grand mal seizure, in his car, lost control, hit a tree, and his car burst into flames.
Oh gosh.
And so a Good Samaritan who we've been trying to find cut him out of the car and pulled him to safety, and he was airlifted to the trauma unit in Florence, South Carolina during Florence. So we'll never forget that in many ways. But anyway, this Renew, once I started seeing a difference in how it started to heal the wound, because he was putting on the outside because he was skeptical, because Susan just sent it and said, put it on the burn. And so we started putting around there, and it's probably already gone in about an inch of healing around there. And just recently, after talking to Susan this past week, he is starting to put it on the whole entire burn. So we will definitely see results far more faster than just around the edges. So anyway, that was definitely something I wanted to look at. And so I met Susan on Friday last week, and I just signed up, and I've been taking the ASEA Redox and also using the Renew. And I noticed pretty quickly my energy level, and I was buzzing around, exhausted myself for 2 days this weekend, getting all this Christmas stuff done. And I'm like, I am worn out. And I'm like, and I just kept going. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is great. Because usually I take a vitamin B supplement for, energy, because I just like all natural stuff. But anyway, so after I went online, was reading and seeing some things on Facebook about spraying myself, I started doing that. And what I noticed is normally when I'm watching TV at night to go to sleep, I can't really see the writing at the bottom of the screen. So this morning I woke up and I turned it on, and I thought, I can see those letters now. And I haven't even been spraying but 2 days. And I'm like, goodness, is this for real? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it, I would tend to think yes. So I'm real excited about this stuff. And I'm excited to join the team. And I definitely am building my my family's, can't even think right now. I'm so excited. Anyway, I'll be, telling my story to anyone and everyone that wants to listen.
Well, absolutely. And that's part of my story. I was spraying my eyes, and it felt just so good that I eventually stopped wearing my glasses for seeing far away. So that's one thing. If your son's skin is so tender that you can't put the Renew, you can spray it. And if you keep it wet, it will heal even faster, I think, sometimes.
Right. So
you just spray skin where it's been burned. It's very refreshing, it's very cooling, and it heals very quickly also.
Right. So one thing happened about 3 weeks ago. He had 3 grand mal seizures right after the other within less than a 3-hour period. And I took him to the emergency room, and while we were there, they looked at his bandage, his burn and everything else, and they put this horrible stuff on his foot that he was kind of out of it for about 2 days. But one thing that he did notice is whatever they put on his foot was killing him. I made them take it off twice. I said, you cannot put that on there. You're going to have to find something else. And I didn't want to bring this out and say, here, you're going to do this because we're in a hospital. But as soon as he was in pain with his foot the whole time he was in there. But once we got home and put the Renew on it, all the pain went away.
Right. And is he drinking it also? Is he capable of drinking it?
No, because he is down in, he's with my son who is works for a physical therapy group. And so I took him down there about 3 days after he got out of the hospital, because I travel and we needed somebody to be able to watch him. So when he gets back this week, I'm going to start him on the ASEA.
Okay. Because that should help all the damaged cells, including the ones causing the seizures, to get better also.
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. Well,
I-
we would love to continue to hear how he's doing. If you can keep us posted. And what's your first name
Okay.
again? I'm sorry.
I'm Connie.
Connie. Okay, Connie. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's incredible.
And Debbie,
Yes,
just
ma'am.
this is Sue again, just for the group, I had I had a little heads up as to what was going to go on, and when Connie and I met to talk. So I took a case of ASEA to her, and two tubes of Renew 28 because I knew Eric was coming to town this week, and I also gave her a spray bottle, an ASEA spray bottle, for him to be able to use that to spray it right on the foot,
Right.
or and any place else that he needed it, where she could use it to spray it in her face or eyes, whatever. But when I went to, and I just told her, you can just replenish my supply when you get your order, because we knew she'd be ordering, take another 4 or 5 days, depending on the holiday traffic as far as shipping is concerned. But also, when I went to convention, I saw the little ASEA spray bottles, and of course at convention you can buy them a little cheaper. So I bought 50 of them at the convention and shipped them back to myself with the intention of they're going to all be gone long before the next convention.
Absolutely.
So every time an associate signs up and enrolls, I give them a little thank you of the ASEA spray bottle. And then Connie got the spray bottle so she can use that now to spray if it's still too tender to rub the gel on his wound.
Yeah.
He was a little leery because it was sodium chloride and water, and this is going to burn. And I'm like, no, it's not going to burn. Don't worry.
No, doesn't burn.
They get that now. But not being able to directly talk to him and all is a little bit difficult. But they've had some really good experiences with it, and I think. And Connie's ready to change careers and looking for something to do. So she'll be tuning in to Alan Noble on Thursday night to listen to see what Alan's got to say, because we're looking to Connie's team going so she can change careers sooner rather than later.
All right. Well, don't tune in Thursday because he's already in Ireland. So.
Oh, he's off. Okay.
Yeah, he's not going to be doing it this week or next week. But I think David and I will be doing our Wednesday presentations if she wants to on Wednesday night at 9. So
okay, and we can still, I assume, go to the discoverasea.com and see his last presentation where Denny and her daughter were the guests. He probably still has that posted.
I don't know. He supposedly was taking them down. So
okay.
The best thing to do is just to check that. Maybe he left it up. Those are Vimeo things. All right. Well, that was an amazing testimonial. That is a very nice gift. We used to get spray bottles in all of our cases of ASEA when ASEA first started, but they determined that was uncompliant. So I gave spray bottles away as gifts up until just recently when I finally ran out of them. So I'll be ordering some more myself. Maybe they could bring them to Envision. That would be nice. I'm going to go right now very quickly to congratulate the rank advancements finally popped up again. So I'm going to congratulate. This again is the last 2 weeks, and I'm sorry, the rank advancements, I think they're working now. But again, they didn't have up past weeks up. So I just would like to extend huge congratulations to Marie Salon Blard as a new director, Ronaldo Quindoy, Virginie Rossignou, Maria Dussault Vinegre, Risa Lynch, and Rebecca Barrett for new Director 300s. I apologize if I slaughtered your name. Emanis Inc., Steve, a Chinese name, Michelle Yu, Yaelin Yu, Nora Ruth Eusebio, Vinpa Pintusofan, Martine Devevny, another Chinese name, Coolmich, and Janet Baker as new Director 700s. Lindsay Yao, new Bronze Executive. Gina Zahn, new Silver Executive. And of course, I announced this last week, but Dr. David and Wendy Silverman, Ambassador Double Diamonds. They have been recognized this week in Trish's newsletter. I hope you've all signed up for that. If you haven't, go to Trish's newsletter because she sends out a weekly update of everything that's going on in our business. Who's made rank advancements? Who has where all the events are going to be? Um, she does a did you know segment at the very beginning that you can send. That's great material that you can send to a lot of the people that you're trying to drip on. But here's how you subscribe. You just go to ateamsupport.com and you put in the password associate, and you put your first and last name and your email address there and hit subscribe. And every week you get a newsletter that looks, I just had it up. There's a lot of people ordering tickets for Eventbrite, so make sure that you go on and get your ticket. And here's Trisha's newsletter. So this week, her Did You Know goes into momentum and what this company is doing. So as you can see, she's gone into some numbers about the sales and everything like that for the goals, and the sales are up in all the countries. So those are all good for business people if they're wanting to know if this is a good, strong company. Last week it was about glutathione levels increasing with the Renew 28 and the ASEA. There will be no more Discover ASEA webinars until 2019. So this is, again, where you get this information. Now you can see Dr. David and Wendy Silverman new double diamonds, triple diamonds, and it goes on to do all the different rank advancements for people and who their upline diamonds are. So you can kind of keep abreast of who's making what in terms of rank advancements. Here are events that are going to be happening. We still have one on December 17th, which is today, in Jacksonville, Florida. And then there's not one listed until February 23rd, but some of the events will start being listed. And then Australia and the annual events. Usually the event tab is this full, so make sure that you've signed up for that. If you're doing this as a business, she can keep you up to date with what's going on. Those are most of the announcements. David and I will be doing our 3 webinars this coming Wednesday. We always do them live on the same Zoom number. We're going to be doing one at 8 in the morning for Asia. We're going to be doing one at 1 o'clock for, this is all Eastern time, 1 o'clock for Europe, but of course anybody's welcome if you're up that early or if you want to get on at 1 with a guest. And then we do one at 9 o'clock at night. The only difference between ours and Alan's is who's speaking for one thing, but we also will answer questions. We do it as a live Zoom like this is. And so it's a great built-in 3-way if you bring guests on. So make sure that you get, if you're coming onto it, make sure that you have some guests that can come with you. If you, there was a question as to how to register for the dinner. You just click on the Eventbrite link right on Debbie's Diamond Club, because that's where I posted it. So you can just click on it and it takes you right to the link, and/or I sent it out in an email to many people. I hope the leaders are still sending that to their people, but I just sent the link out and told everyone to go register. I have about 12 registrations already just in the last 30 minutes. So don't hesitate, because she can extend it. The room only holds 150. We have a special surprise coming on a little bit later at the bottom of the hour. We're going to have Upline. And now some of the new people may not have met Upline. I was blessed to have been called by Cindy and Bo Buck 8.5 years ago. They live in Colorado in the Aspen area, since most people know where that is. They're going to be coming on to wish you happy holidays. And then the people who introduced us to them, Chuck and Tammy Gates, who live in Helena, Montana, are going to be on also. A lot of you have already met them, but for any new people, this will be hopefully a real treat. And they just wanted to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate tonight, and talk to you, because this will be our last. I doubt if we do a team phone call next week. It's Christmas Eve. So anyway, so I would like to welcome any new people. Does anybody have anyone new on, and would they like to introduce them before they come on?
Hey, Debbie.
Yes?
This is Nancy Sharp. We're just leaving the Jacksonville event, and I have Wild Wild Jim West, the new associate with us.
We can barely hear you, but it's Jim is the new associate? Wild Bill Jim or something?
She calls me the Wild Wild West. I'm Jim West from DeLand, Florida, just outside of Daytona Beach.
Welcome, welcome, Jim. So you just came back from the event. Did you enjoy it?
Yes, very, very good, very knowledgeable, good information, some nice testimonials, and I was sharing some of my testimony. I've only been on the product for 2 weeks. I'm a competitive tennis player and have always had a problem with inflammation in my joints, particularly lactic acid buildup. I played 4 sets this morning. I feel great. My energy level is 50% higher than what normally would be.
Great.
And I'm just excited about what's happening.
That's great. So you play tennis. Do you also teach it?
I was a coach, high school coach. I'm now retired.
Okay.
The biggest smile in America, the retired school teacher smile.
Yes. I follow somebody named Teacher Misery on Instagram. She is hysterical.
Yeah. Exactly.
With all the things that she talks about kids do these days. Anyway, well, congratulations on your retirement, and I'm so happy that you're playing tennis like you felt like you were in your 20s probably. There you go.
Well, I'm thinking 30s, but I'll take a 20 if I can get there.
Okay, there you go. Well, the more you drink it, the younger you get. That's a great thing.
Exactly. So it's been a great ride so far, and I'm looking forward to working with a bunch of my tennis buddies as we move out from here. By the way, we do have a Dr. Silverman will be in our hometown of DeLand on January 28th. We'd like to invite anybody that's coming down from the north to get warm, come by and see us.
All right, that sounds great. I know he's going to be down there through March, so you'll enjoy him, and I'll probably come down to visit. I have some people to visit down there, and he invited me, so we'll probably be doing some presentations.
I hope you come here again.
Yeah, come into our area in January. We have a very unique area. We have the #1 main street in America, the town of DeLand, and we're also at Free State Parks. One has over 400 manatees in it in the month of January.
Wow.
So you can come down and visit manatees. So we have a lot of good things going on in the wintertime.
Okay. Anyone want to go with me? There you go. I've got some hands. I'll bring a horde.
Rent a van.
Okay. Thank you, Jim. It's so great to meet you, and I look forward to seeing you on Zoom one of these days so we can actually see you.
Sounds good.
All right. Take care. All right. Does anybody else have somebody new? I know David was looking for maybe some of the people. There's Joyce Gladstone. I'm scrolling through here, seeing people that are live. Risa,
Well, I can tell you, I was late getting on because I was lighting up my best friend of 40 years.
Perfect.
Yes.
I saw that happen.
Yes.
There's the Hoffmans. All right. So there's no one else new. And if somebody's new and they'd like to introduce themselves, please feel free. It's the Old Home Group. Perfect. Well, we have a lot of people on tonight. All right. Well, I know Tammy is driving, but I think I just saw her on.
Yeah, I'm on, but I'm following Chuck, and I need to jump off and call him. He doesn't have any taillights,
Okay.
and then I'll jump back on. I'll be right
No
back.
problem. I know the Bucks were going to be first, I think, anyway, right? I didn't want to ignore you. Well, as I said, tonight, I thought it would be kind of special. It is the holiday season, and people are rushing around trying to do holiday stuff as well as ASEA. I know I was on the Ascent call. There were quite a few people on the Ascent call. Everyone still got that on top of their minds to be able to get there, at least get an invitation there. So to get to bronze at least, and then get some points in. So again, as oh, I know what we wanted to ask. Has anyone showed David Silverman's video? Because we were talking about that last week 30 times. Has anyone started showing it? Michael, okay. How's it going then? Can you report that?
I love it. I've been showing it at least to one person every day. It is the most simple way to connect with people and start talking about ASEA. I just love that tool. So I will be showing it to at least 30 people every month now.
Perfect. Okay, so tell us what's been happening. Are they in the process then? Have they shown interest and you're showing them other things? Or have you done three-ways yet? Or I guess David.
So, here's what happened. One lady that I was in conversation with, she more or less sold herself. She said, I'm reorienting my life. I want something home business. I don't want employees. I don't want any overhead. I don't want any inventory. I want time freedom. I want financial freedom. I want to travel the world. And I said, well, maybe I have something for you. I showed her David's video, and afterwards she said, is this MLM? And I said, of course it is. Otherwise I wouldn't do it. And she said, I'm not doing it. So ASEA is full of people that said, I'm not doing it. So I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to keep on dripping on her.
Well, I don't know if she would talk to even David since he did the video or something. There's got to be a reason why she said she wouldn't do it. She's either been, hurt in the past with it, or she's stuck or something like that. And so, if we can point out the differences in this company and other companies, a lot of times that will turn them around to at least, what I say to people is I say, okay, you don't have to do the MLM part, but this product is a huge breakthrough, and don't dismiss the product for the way it's distributed. And then they take a look at the product at least. And a lot of people who get on the product feel obligated after a while to start telling people about it.
That's right.
So, so if you could, I don't know if she would take a phone call yet, but if you could at least say that to her.
Oh, I will. I told her, yes, I thought the same way, but here's what I found out, the formula that is taught in ASEA United. That's a great way to twist it around a little bit. The second person I showed it to, she's probably going to sign up.
Yay!
Yeah, she's very open to it. And that's a lady which is in Jacksonville. That's a mistake I did. I didn't watch the events. Otherwise, I could have sent her to the event today, but it was too late. But she's looking to try out a sample tube of Renew, and she's open to try the product for at least 6 months. So.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Yeah. Well, again, that's why I suggest everybody sign up for Trisha's thing, because it comes out either Sunday or Monday, and she always lists the events, and you'll know what's going on ahead of when David and I can even announce them. So, okay. Well, that's terrific, Michael. I'm glad it's working for you. Anybody else?
Debbie,
yes?
Hi. Yes? I used it with 3 people today. One lady actually knew about it and loved the video. She said she saw the Renew, so I put some gel on her, and I'm going to be calling her tomorrow to meet with her.
Okay.
So that she's ready to order the product. And the other 2 saw the video and wanted more information, so I gave them amazing molecules, and we'll follow up tomorrow also. It's a great video. It's short and straight to the point.
Yep, exactly. Well, fabulous, and it's helping you guys get in front of people by just showing them a video, and it's almost like a built-in 3-way right away. Okay, perfect. So far so good. Anyone else before I bring Tammy on, or Bo and Cindy, whoever's on first. All right, well, keep up the good work, you two. And I didn't hear from too many people if they were doing it or not. I would love to know if people are doing this. You know, if you're in David's team, you responded to David, and that's fine. But if anybody wants to respond, if they are doing it, I know Sharona is, and that's about it. So please just let me know, because that way I'll be ready for more three-ways if you guys are doing this. Well, without any further ado, and if you'd like to see her, you can always hit the speaker view up on your top right-hand corner of your screen. Cindy Buck looks like she is on. And so, as I told you before, she is the angel who called me 8.5 years ago and saved me from a lot of things, all good, and has helped me and been my mentor and been my three-way phone caller. And she just helped me get to where I am, and she's been wonderful. And she is all of yours upline also. And I want the new people to meet her. And most of you all already know her, but Cindy, are you there? Would you like to say happy holidays?
Yeah, happy holidays, everybody. I know it's been an incredible year. I hope that you have all been blessed by ASEA, and I hope you count those blessings. You know, really knowing that this is it's a gift that came into your life, but you know, a gift's not a gift until you give it away. So yeah, and thank you for all you do. I know what we do is not in the norm, it's disruptive. And so we go out in the world, you know, genuinely caring about other people and sifting and sorting and looking for people who are open to learning about something that they've never heard about that could dramatically change their life. And if they lock arms with us and join us in this mission, the ripple effect that they can create is, you know, absolutely tremendous. So we're proud to be working with you guys. You know, it's a very worthwhile journey to be on. So I hope that you give yourself a hug every once in a while, and you know, and honor your own courageousness. You know, and if you're ever doubting yourself, I hope you call somebody that's on this mission and have them, you know, get your mind set on moving in the right direction again. But we really appreciate all of you. And we wish you an incredible.
They can get a hug from you in person. So there you go.
Say it again.
And if they come to Envision, they can get a hug from you in person.
That's right. That's right. Who all is going to Envision in January? Excellent. Excellent. Well, we'll see you.
I think a lot of people on this phone call are, definitely.
Perfect.
So, Bo.
Yes.
Speak up.
Yeah. Hello. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you guys. Really great to see all of your faces here. Man, you got a good sized team showing up for this, Debbie. That's awesome. I think that, you know, as we come to the end of the year here, it gets pretty exciting to see what's in our future. This has been a tremendous year for ASEA, as I'm sure you all know, but the story seems to only be getting better. If you know what's going on, or if you are familiar with the network marketing industry, you understand that the milestones, and Debbie may have talked about this before I got on, but you understand some of the milestones that happen in network marketing can really reflect in the next few years what's going on. And the fact that we've passed not only 100 million this year, but gone from 84 million to 125 million by the year end is what they're projecting. Guys, we are on an amazing train that you cannot stop. It's so exciting to know that, you know, for the last 9 years, all of us that have been here for this time, Debbie, Cindy, and I, Chuck and Tammy, some of you have seen kind of sometimes corporate put on the brakes, and it's been a little bit frustrating, but they've been building the infrastructure, and I'm sure you've heard about this or understand it, but you know, the infrastructure that's in place is pretty darn close to infallible. And if we start going into momentum and doubling and tripling, hey, we can double our production of 800 million in a year to 1.6 billion in a matter of 2 to 3 months bang, it can happen. So, you know, in the network marketing industry, I'll just spell it out. When a company hits about $100 million in sales, usually they start going into momentum, and in momentum, a company will increase by as much as 10 to 20% per month for 3 to 5 years. And understand that's a company that's in just nutritionals, is in body oils, is in magnetics, whatever it may be. And trust me, they are not the only ones in the world that have it. It's a Me Too-like product. And personally, I think that we're looking at 5 to 10 years we'll be able to go through that momentum curve. More and more people are going to know about ASEA. More and more people are going to hear about it. It is going to be a household name. You know, ASEA like Kleenex, ASEA like Coke. We're talking about soda and a tissue, right? You know, it's pretty amazing to be where we are and understand just here we are, a week tomorrow from Christmas. Understand that what a better time could you be offering this gift to people? I'm sure you've heard over the past few weeks about how Denny Robinson, Trish Schweikler, Chuck and Tammy Gates all came in not only December, I'm talking about within 2 weeks of Christmas. They were looking for something. Trust me, there's somebody out there now who's looking for something. Debbie, if this had come to you on Christmas Eve, would you have looked at it?
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, Debbie was in a situation that none of us knew about. We were looking from the inside in, and we were scared to call Debbie. We wanted, you know, all we want was the best for her, and it seemed like things were going well with her and her previous company. Didn't really know about what was going on in, you know, the business world or whatever. But we were like, hey, she's happy. We don't want to disrupt that. But all of a sudden, we find out that she's praying for a relief valve. And who are your friends that are praying for a relief valve? Trust me, you don't know from looking from the outside in.
Let me tell you how fast, I mean, this is just so uncanny. I just got back from Los Angeles today. I went out there to do a training that my son wanted me to do, completely has nothing to do with ASEA. So I go out to this training. It's a personal growth training, 5 days, and we get a partner. So this woman just says, will you be my partner? And so we start talking. On the third day, I have my ASEA bag on my shoulder carrying stuff. And she comes up to me and she says, do you work with this company? And I said, yeah. She goes, so do I. She's the only, I mean, she's an ASEA person. I'm like, you're kidding me.
There were 100.
It turns, it's 100. It was 180 people there. She's working with ASEA. It turns out that her son is dating April and Harry Wan's daughter. I mean, it was just insane, absolutely insane. But you know, that's what starts to happen when you're in momentum, is that there's enough awareness that the lines start to cross and people are starting to find out about ASEA from all kinds of directions. So, you know, if you've been focused for a while, you know, definitely be focused now.
Yeah, understand the position you're in, because the size of the net we cast over the next few months is absolutely going to be represented by what happens and how big your organization will be. It's super, super exciting time. And I mean, not that we don't want to celebrate Christmas and Hanukkah and the holidays, we absolutely do, but just understand where you are and how exciting it can be for you, and not overwhelm people, just share the gift.
Well, if you think, what's the date today, Debbie? The 17th?
17th.
December? So if you close your eyes and think about, or just pretend it's December 17th, 2019, and just think about all that you've accomplished this year since December 17th, 2018, you know, that will manifest. Keep going back, you know, to that vision, get that vision as crystal clear as you can get it, and move, you know, boldly in the direction of that dream. And before you know it, you're going to be going, you know, all kinds of things conspire. And, you know, when you make a firm decision, the universe, you know, shifts too. So, you know, think about what you want to create in this year to come, and, you know, get it in your head, get it in your emotions, get it in your heart as if it's already happened. And then march boldly in that direction. It's going to be going to be an incredible year.
Yeah, so we're actually just here to wish you happy holidays and really give you our gratitude for everything you guys do. Obviously, you're trading your time for something, sacrificing your time for a vision, a dream, and your personal goals. And we're just here to support you on that and wish you well, and hope we see you in Envision. And I see that Chuck and Tammy have raced home. No accidents. That's a positive. So we'll pass it over to them via Deb.
Love you guys. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Love you. Thank you so much for coming on. Happy holidays to you.
Absolutely.
Well, these are two more angels who introduced us to the Bucks 9 years ago at this point, I guess. And they live in Helena, Montana, as I was saying earlier. And they all have such amazing talents. I was talking on the Ascent call this morning about everybody's different talents, and Chuck can make anybody feel just right at home. He can talk to anybody. Tammy is a great strategic person, knows a lot about the back office, can keep everybody moving and on target. Bo can also strategize very well, knows a lot about numbers and how to do your organization. So if you need any help in any of these, and Cindy is like this ball of energy and fire that can think on her feet like nobody else can. And so if you need somebody quick thinking who can tell you how to create interest, who can tell you what to say when you make a phone call, talk to Cindy. I mean, they all have extraordinary talents, and that's why they've been so successful. So I will let Chuck and Tammy say happy holidays to everyone.
Happy holidays. Thanks for having us. Have a good one.
Obviously, it must be cocktail hour in Montana.
Not yet. We just got back. We've been actually doing some, I guess you'd call it Christmas shopping for ourselves, because we're going to buy two new vehicles for tax purposes before the year ends. And
wow.
And if for some of you, you're in the same thing, because you do have your own home-based business. The tax credits that they're giving, they allow you with a 179 deduction to take the whole amount of the vehicle all this year. And so instead of stretching it out over 5 years, and then it goes against your tax bracket. So you literally, if you look at now cars, it has to be a half-ton vehicle, of course, though, 6,000 pounds. But it's a great deduction, because you're looking at on a $50,000 vehicle, you take the whole $50,000 minus your tax bracket. You're basically getting about $18,000 you're going to take right off of your taxes, and now you're only going to pay for that vehicle on monthly payments. And so even if you drive it just for 3 months or whatever, and then you decide to sell it outright and pay off your note, you can go buy another vehicle and take that vehicle off on your 2019 taxes, the whole amount. So it's anyways, for us, it's kind of like, if we get paid thousands of dollars to drive these vehicles, it's pretty crazy. Otherwise, we're giving it to Uncle Sam. So anyway.
All right, well, you'll have to come back and do a training for us on taxes.
That's why we're running late.
All right, so I'm blonde. Is a 6-ton vehicle like a van or a truck? Is that what it would be?
Yeah, half-ton truck.
Okay.
Or like a Tahoe. Jeep Grand Cherokees qualify. There's a list. The IRS has a list of vehicles that qualify. So anyway, okay. For some of you, it may be well worth your time to look into it, but you got to get it done before the end of the year and take possession of the vehicle within 2018 to take it on your 2018 taxes. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
So anyway, happy holidays, everybody. We've and Bo said things just wonderful there. We really appreciate every one of you and want to make ourselves available to you. Never hesitate calling and putting us on the phone with other people to help you build your business. We love this industry. We love the people that it draws to it. And of all, we love this company of ASEA. We've all been blessed by finding this company at the right time. And so it's been just, it's been a dream come true for us, as I know as it has for many of you as well. And if it hasn't become a real dream for you yet will. And we're here to help you see that that is true. So please feel free to utilize us.
We just, just scrolling through the list and seeing everybody that's on this Zoom tonight. Chuck and I have so many memories with so many of you. We consider you our friends. We know that, you guys would drop anything if we needed you. We could call on you, and we hope you feel that way about us too. 2018 has been a great year for ASEA, and 2019 is looking to be a great year too. We want to help you with some of your 2019 goals. So, hey, you guys, just get out a piece of paper and a pencil, or dig up your journal or a diary or something, and begin to really dream and plan. What would you like your rank to be when you end 2019? And what would you like your income to be when you end 2019? How many people do you want to bring to our 2019 convention? In fact, I put a list of all of these goals up on ASEA United. So if you go to our ASEA United Facebook page and scroll down a little bit, you'll find the list of things I put up there. But just do some thinking and some planning and write those goals down in paper, and then let us all know how we can get in on your time. So we love you guys. Thank you so much for being our friends.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I was going to tell you, we've sent you all a Christmas card, but we didn't. So Merry Christmas. And we've never been good about sending Christmas cards. So don't stand out in the cold waiting at your mailbox for it to come, because it's not. And please don't think any less of us. It's a Gates thing.
Well, I'm sure they're not worried. But that's why I had you on. You're a live Christmas card right now.
There you
Got
go.
a little snow on your head, and you'd look live. Anyway, no, we so much appreciate it. And that's why you have so many people on, because you guys were going to be on tonight, because I sent this out ahead of time. And we love you all. You have both showed many of us how to do this business and led the way for us. And we can't thank you enough, because it's turned around most of the lives, I would think, on this phone call, from the faces that I see anyway. So we can't thank you enough. We love you all. Happy holidays back to you. Merry Christmas, because I know that's what you guys celebrate. And have lots and lots of fun with your family.
You too.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Back at you, everyone.
All right.
Love you guys.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Have a great Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Absolutely. All right. I think we have somebody new on, and I would like to introduce her if she's willing to speak for just a second. Beth, are you on? Beth Sweeney?
I am.
Wonderful. And you can show us yourself if you'd like. You have to undo your camera.
Yep, I'm getting there.
Okay. Beth is new. Now, my daughter is usually on this phone call, but her brother and her brother's wife, my daughter-in-law, are out in Denver, and they're having dinner together tonight. So Beth is signed up under my daughter, and I would like to introduce her. She lives in Pennsylvania, very close, and she's pretty new, and they're just getting on the product. And so, Beth, would you just tell us a little bit about yourself and why you looked at ASEA, I guess.
Okay. Well, actually, it's funny because I met Jackie on the Shaper app.
Yeah.
And we started talking, I think, back in June.
Yep.
And we signed my husband up for the business he'll be popping on. At some point in time. He's a contractor by trade, so we have our own business with the contracting, and we're just finishing up year end. So right now it's just me, and we recently signed up and have been taking the product. Love them. I actually just signed my mom up as I was texting Debbie because I have questions, and then I jumped on the call. So I'm a pretty busy person, but I also see the huge opportunity with this, and you're as busy as you want to be. And we've been sharing everything with friends and family and developing that interest and intrigue and everything, just like we were. And so I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you and making more money. Yay.
Yes, absolutely. Well, this is part of your team, basically. There's about 76 people on right now. Those were your two upline, my two upline, and yours also then, the Bucks and the Gates. And you're getting lots of welcomes in the chat bar. So welcome. If you can be on, you'll meet Dr. David Silverman. He's on a bus, so he's in incognito right now. He was on a few minutes ago. But you have a lot of team members here, and we all say welcome and happy holidays, of course.
Well, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Good. I'm glad you are. Okay. Did anybody else new jump on? I didn't want to miss anybody.
Hi, ma'am. This is Raj.
Hi, Raj.
How are you? I'm new to operate the system. I was a little, but Dr. David told me how to use it. But it's nice to see you guys here.
Very good.
I'm a new person. 2 days ago, I signed up 2 people today, new guys.
Wow.
One, the hair salon lady with like a big package. So that's why we are trying to get in. So Dr. David is helping me very, very well. So, and I'm thankful to Flushing team. So I have some leaders, you guys, so great. So thankful to everyone.
I got to meet some of your leaders last week when they were down here.
Yeah.
So I know some of them now a little bit.
Yes.
And are you in Flushing also, or just?
I'm in Jackson Heights, not too far.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. We were together in Market America with Judy, the lady named Judy.
Yes.
So I was a long time with her, but we waste time. They're not waste. We learn, everybody learn. But now, thanks, we find the right thing. So I'm gonna try my best with working with you guys. But you are the great leaders, a great opportunity. So let me try. I said, give a shot. We are old, So I said, let me give a last shot. How it works.
Stop. You're not old. And you'll get younger and younger on this product. So that'll
might be that can be example,
So what, do you own a hair salon, or you're just selling?
No. It's a client. It was my friend. I just go there and just sign up, and I have a good, nice, big leaders in Jersey all over. So I'm trying to get some. So just Dr. David is helping me. So let's see how. And you guys are great. So I'm happy with a big team.
Perfect.
Big leaders. Thank you and really appreciate it.
You are very welcome. Yes, Chuck and Tammy are great. They're one of the top earners in the company, and so are the Bucks, basically. So they were just on, and then there's me, and then there's David. So we're all happy to help you in any way.
Thank you. God bless you guys.
Sure. God bless you. Happy holidays.
You too. Thank you for everyone.
All right.
Okay.
Perfect. All right. I'll ask again. Did anyone else jump on that are new? We don't want to miss anybody. Okay. It's only about 6 minutes until the top of the hour. This was a kind of a holiday call, so I didn't do as much training. But does anybody have anything they want to say or add? Dr. Hoffman, you're always full of brilliance. Anything? Paul right behind her.
Oh, that's so mean.
I'll say something.
Of course, she's always got something to say.
Carolyn is full of brilliance.
Yeah.
You should share that with everybody.
Oh, Lord.
But happy holidays to everyone before we get off the call.
Okay, perfect.
Absolutely. We had a fun experience this weekend. We were moving our daughter out of Virginia Tech and back before she goes off to Asia for the next semester. And we stayed overnight the night before in a hotel, which I think is fairly new, but it was right up on the hill overlooking the town. But further up above were some interesting looking apartments. And I said, I think those apartments, they must have amazing views. So when we were leaving the hotel, we toddled up and we said, we're going round this mountain trying to find our way up the top. So we get up there, there's a model office for the apartments and for other homes. So of course we go in and we have a long chat, end up sharing David's video. And so we have this woman is extremely interested in what, and she's already saying, oh, there's a lot of people I can share this with.
There must have been at least a dozen or more. She just kept, but you know, it comes down to, and I find it's so much fun. People stress over how to talk to people, Debbie. And you know as well as we, you know, from years and years of this, and we work on the basis of form, you know,
right,
family, occupation,
about anything, right?
Creation and message, and we just chatted with her about stuff until we heard something coming out of her mouth that we knew that we could say something that would resonate. And it was such a blast. And we did a 3 and 5. We did a strength test, and she's doing one thing, and we're holding the phone, watching David's video, and it was just
well, that was the great thing. We actually did the 3 and 5, and while she was waiting, I said, while we're waiting, let's look at this.
You guys are having fun with it, and that's the way it's just meant to be, basically. If you can just have fun.
Right, exactly. I mean, it's just make a friend.
Exactly. I was just reading an article about the 10,000 hours that you're supposed to become an expert in, and how the elite do practice enough so it just becomes a part of who they are, and then it just becomes fun for them, and they don't ever think of it as work.
Right.
They just go out and they just talk to people, basically. And so that's what network marketing is really meant to be. And I hate to see people stressing over it, because it's not meant to be that way. You're sharing a fantastic product with people. That's all you're doing.
It's learning, isn't it, to become comfortable asking the questions and not wanting to just blurt out everything you know about what you think is so amazing about your product, because you've got to find out whether they want to know about that in the first place. And so questions we did for her was, you know, this was, I think, one more apartment left, and we, you know, our question was, well, what happens after this? Where do you go from here? You know, and then she started telling us her husband had retired, and I kind of joked with her. I said, so your husband retires and you come back to doing real estate to get out the way? You know, we kind of just laughed and joked about all of that, and what he wanted to do and what she didn't want to do, and just, you know, you find out about who they were. I mean, she was really a really interesting woman, and she just had all of the characteristics of somebody that you want, who cares about.
She's in real estate. She knows what that's like. So
yeah, and I said to her at the end, I said, you know, this is what we do, and you know, if you know of anyone who has your kind of characteristics and qualities, you know, we'd love you to connect us to them. I mean, we didn't ask her directly, but you know, it just, of course, it always evolves the way it does, you know. And then she's saying, well, she had the thumb problem, and here was another aha piece, the thumb problem. And she said after that went away, she said, it's interesting. She said, I didn't even realize, but the pain that I had up my arm and into my shoulder has also gone away. And she said, all we did was work on the thumb.
Wow, that's fantastic.
You know, Debbie, just quickly, the one really disarming aspect of this whole prospecting scenario is that I think we focus too often on the message, and we were just building the relationship. And there are times you build a relationship and you know walking away without ever giving the message is the right thing sometimes.
Yes.
And I think as long, because we angst over the fact that we've got to share the message. So as we have this building of a relationship, we kind of start breaking into sweat, because how are we going to get to the message? Right. If it's meant to be, it just goes.
Exactly.
And it's okay if you don't do it.
Right. Yeah.
It was fun. Just fun.
And get the contact, and sometimes circle back on that. You know, come back to them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got great examples of that. You know, and there's so many people that have followed up with people like Terry Latham with Leland. He followed up for 3 years before Leland ever joined. And it took him having an attack, you know, so whatever.
Right.
Well, thanks for sharing. That's great. And that's great fun. And congratulations.
It is. Happy holidays.
Great new business builder. So there you go. All right, so walk around and look at real estate, guys. There's another great way.
Oh, who is that? Oh my God, scary.
Are looking because their money, ways of making money is always up and then down and then up and then down. So in their down times, they would love to be able to have extra income and stuff like that. Oh, look who made it back from the bus.
I've been on the whole time. What a great call with the Gates and the Bucks and everybody. I just wanted to make. I rushed so I could get in and catch my breath. Just want to wish everybody, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, because I don't think we're going to have a team call till 2019, right?
I would think not.
Yeah, because it falls on
New Year's Eve. I doubt. Well, I don't know. There could be some people that are not doing much.
But we are doing Wednesday. We're doing this Wednesday.
I told them that.
Yeah.
So, well, welcome home. Is Flory home with you now?
Yeah. We just walked in.
Okay.
Just walked in, and I heard the new people introducing themselves, and I think is
Raj is here and Beth Sweeney.
Did Raj introduce himself?
Yes, he did.
He did. Okay, good.
We were just talking to him.
He's coming out of the gate. I just met him on Friday night, and he's going.
Signed up 2 people today. He said.
Oh yeah, he gets it, and he said, I don't think I'm going to do network marketing again. And then we put the gel on his knee, and wow, things changed.
It's funny how this product has had such an amazing, quick effect that it turns you around a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, a lot of people just signed up, people who are on the phone, and then we had Michael Sohili share and Sharona share. And then the Hoffmans just shared about sharing your video and how easy it is.
Can I say thank you to Caroline, because today a young man, she did a 3-way call, the power of the 3-way call. I don't know if you remember the young man with this other company. Well, he called me yesterday. He said, I remember something she was talking about. Well, we can use medical term. Normally you cannot use that term. But inflammation in his wrist, and he called me and said, I want to try your product, and sign him up today. So the power of the 3-way call, and a no doesn't mean a no, it's not now.
That's right.
So be patient, It's like some plants grow very quickly and some take very long time. Keep on watering your garden.
Definitely. And listen, I heard the information, and I sent it out today too about the Gates dinner at Envision. So number one, I really hope anybody that's on here that is not going, that you just suck it up, get your tickets and go. It's going to be an amazing event. And the dinner, get the tickets now because they will sell out. 150 seats is not a whole lot of seats for a dinner, but it's our only team dinner that we have planned. And there'll be some great speakers there that you don't want to miss. Might be one of the best things that happens to the entire event will be that dinner. So I advise you to go on. I think, Debbie, there was some discrepancy. Somebody had mentioned at the link, it said something about the dinner. Barbara Albert said it was something about the dinner being on Wednesday. Somewhere it said Wednesday, but it's definitely Friday. It's Friday night.
Yeah, let me share that again.
It was changed. I did see Wednesday yesterday, and now it is Friday.
Now it's correct? Okay, good.
Yes. Yep.
Well, the deal is the tickets go off on like January 16th at midnight or January 15th. But anyway, I don't think we're going to even have any left.
No, they'll be gone by then. People got to do it now because you can't fit any more people in. I mean, so just if you're coming to Envision, go get the ticket.
See, there it says January 18th. So I had to go change something because I put the sign up, the date sale ending at the 16th. So whatever.
And I think the tours are sold out now of the tours of the facility. I believe. I think the last bus is filled. They got so many buses going to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
They still had some seats left on the Diamond Call last week, but okay.
But we're finishing the year really strong. I have to tell you, the team up in New York is going absolutely crazy. And we're going to hit it hard after Envision. When I make that tour down, you'll see all the flyers. Flyers are starting to be made right now. They should come out this week for the 8 cities that I'm stopping in to speak. And I heard Nancy talking with Jim coming back from Jacksonville. They drove a long way to go to that. I'll be in DeLand and all over the place down there. This is it, guys. Just, you know, don't sit back. You got to, if you want to be part of this ridiculous, if we're doing this, it's going to do this. It's almost there. And if you want to be part of it, and I see Susan Moore, she's part of it now. And I see a lot of people here that are rocking it. Sylvia and I are doing a Zoom tomorrow with somebody really, really pretty amazing person. To take advantage of our Wednesday webinars, guys. We're there for you. And, you know, when I know during the week we're doing calls and I don't see some people there with guests, I'm like, man, what are they doing? They got the chance to hear Debbie explain it, and they got me on the medical board to answer questions. You got to put value on that and get people there. And it's what's going to end up happening is probably coming this year, we're probably going to pick 2 days we're going to do that. Because we're not going to have as much time to do individual three-way phone calls. The only way you're going to be able to get us, for most people, is to get them there, and that'll be the three-way phone call. Because we're going to be holding on with our fingernails to this rocket ship, trying not to fall off, and we're going to run out of time.
True, very true.
Hey, David, just to remind people that our events moved from Waynesboro to Charlottesville.
On January 22nd when I'm down there.
Yeah.
What's the venue?
It's right next, remember Burton's Grill? It's right next to Burton's Grill in Stonefield Shopping Center. Okay. So we'll give you the address.
When we get the flyers, I'm collecting the flyers for that whole 8-city thing. We'll put it out there, and yeah, I hope I'll help everybody. Hopefully, help everybody kick off 19 in a big way right after Envision.
All right. Well, I think that's it. I want to wish everyone, if you celebrate Christmas, a Merry Christmas. I know Hanukkah is now over. I hope everyone had a wonderful Hanukkah. Kwanzaa, if you celebrate it, whatever you celebrate, just get together and enjoy your loved ones and the people that you're with. I wish everybody have a very healthy, I'll send my special regards to John Connor, who's trying to get healthy again, and some other people that I've heard about. So you'll all be in thoughts and prayers. And anyway, but have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. And we will not have a team phone call next week, Christmas Eve, and we won't have a team phone call on New Year's Eve. So it won't be until January when we'll have another one. Okay?
May we all wish each other and you happy holidays.
Pardon me?
Can you unmute everybody and let us all
sure.
tell you happy holidays?
You're still recording, Deb, too.
Okay, I'll turn that off. Hang on.